Well, hello everybody. I am really looking forward to the start of the Williamsburg Symphony's 40th anniversary season coming right up. And one of the things in particular I'm excited about is this very first concert, featuring the music of George Gershwin, but in a way that you've probably never heard it before, featuring the Marcus Roberts Trio playing the Gershwin Concerto in F. So I'll begin by saying that about 10 years ago, Marcus was profiled on 60 Minutes, and Wynton Marsalis introduced him by saying, "Who is the greatest American musician that you've probably never heard of?" Well, for my money, it's Marcus Roberts. Those are Wynton Marsalis's words, and who am I to argue with him? He is going to be joined by Rodney Jordan on bass, and actually Wynton's brother, Jason Marsalis, on drums, to play a version of the Concerto in F that is truly unlike anything you've ever heard before. Now, I first heard this, gosh, it must be about 15 years ago, I suppose. A friend of mine in the Jacksonville Symphony who knew Marcus Roberts from way back brought over a DVD of Marcus and the trio playing with the Berlin Philharmonic and Seiji Ozawa, playing both Rhapsody in Blue and the Concerto in F, but with a trio instead of the normal just solo piano. And it truly changed the way that I thought of these pieces. The Concerto in F is a great work, but one that frankly I much now prefer to hear in this particular version that you're going to hear in Williamsburg. So this piece, by the way, was written not long after the Rhapsody in Blue, and it was Gershwin's, I guess, attempt to write something a little more academic, a little more formal, in the sense that it has three distinct movements in the typical mold of a classical concerto, let's say. But of course, it's still very jazzy. It's still Gershwin's own voice. But this particular adaptation leaves the orchestral material essentially intact. But what happens in between, in other words, the solo moments, are brand new and fresh because they're being played by a jazz trio rather than just a solo pianist. And what I really love about working with Marcus and his trio is that I never know exactly what's going to happen. There is a lot of improvisation, and a lot of moments when I know that we're going to wait for something to happen, but what happens until that time, we just have to kind of wait and see. So even in the rehearsals, it's always a different experience for me and for the orchestra. It's a totally different way of making music and sharing music than most of us classically trained musicians are used to doing, and it's very refreshing, very energizing, very exciting. And I think you'll feel that in the performance. I've had the privilege of doing this with Marcus and his trio mates a number of times over the years, and I'm really looking forward to bringing this very special program to Williamsburg. We also have the American in Paris, incredible tone poem, and the Lullaby for Strings, which is a piece that he wrote really kind of for private performance, and I'm talking about Gershwin now, was really not brought into the public awareness until the Juilliard Quartet in the 60s made it available, and now it's played by a string orchestra sometimes, and that's how we're going to start our concert. Anyway, something really exciting to get our season started, and something really unique, I have to say. So looking forward to seeing you there, and we'll hope to have you join us.